WVU baseball is back in action at Appalachian Power Park as the Mountaineers play host to Oklahoma, May 3rd through the 5th. Brought to you by United Bank. Action starts with a gold rush on Friday at 6:30 and continues Saturday at 4 and Sunday at 1. Advance tickets are $7 for reserved seating and $5 for general admission. Tickets at the gate are $9 and $7. Get your tickets by calling 304-344-BATS.
At WVUsports.com, we're going around the horn with the head baseball coach of the West Virginia University Mountaineers, Randy Mazey. Around the horn presented by Coca-Cola. Coach, thanks for stopping by once again.
Absolutely, glad to be here.
We had a great weekend last weekend in Beckley. Let's start there and go through those games with Kansas, the first Big 12 conference sweep for the Mountaineers. And Friday, Harrison Musgrave was outstanding again. Brady Wilson gets the clutch game-winning triple. Talk about Harrison's progression, and obviously the fastball has been plus all year. He's throwing that changeup. What's the next step in his progression?
Well, the next step is probably to get the breaking ball going. You know, that's his third pitch, and you know, when it comes to facing left-handed hitters, it's nice for a left-handed pitcher to have a swing and miss breaking ball. He doesn't have that right now, so that's something we can continue to work on throughout the season. Your
seniors really stepped forward. We talked about Brady's game-winning hit. Alan Falaro hits the home run early in Game 2. That stands up as the winning run. And Dan Deerdorf was outstanding, throwing a complete game in Game 2. His progression really has been amazing. How has he turned the corner lately?
You know, it's just them getting used to us getting used to them to figure out what makes each other tick. He's thrown really well his last 3 or 4 times out. And we decided to flip-flop him and Corey Walter from the bullpen to starting, and both guys have responded really well. Having a complete game on this past Saturday really helps the bullpen, in which we had to go to in the third game because of what Deerdorf did in the second game.
The Mountaineers win that second game 4-3. The third game on Saturday went to extra innings, 3-2. And again, it's your senior catcher, Alan Falaro, who had caught 30 innings. He steps to the plate in extra innings and ends that game. What's going through your head when that ball goes over your head into the left field corner for the game-winning hit?
Well, you know, when he hit it, I'm standing pretty close to the third baseline, and he hit it on the third baseline, and usually those balls hook foul, but he kept his hands inside the ball, and once I knew it wasn't hooking foul, you know, that's there's not going to be a play at the plate that you can start celebrating as the winning run is rounding third base on one like that.
Yeah, that triggered a wild celebration. What does it mean to win 2 series in a row in this conference and come up with your first sweep?
It's really hard to put it into words, you know, but been waiting all year for us to have some sort of a walk-off hit in some sort of fashion. We deserve it. We've played in a lot of games like that. We've been grinding it out and gritting it out. And as a coach, that's one of the best feelings you can have, is to watch your team celebrate on the field while the other team's walking toward the dugout. So been waiting for that to happen. It was just really good that Falaro could do it after a long weekend. He's a senior, and everybody played well and at the biggest part of the season.
Tuesday night was a very special night at Hawley Field in Morgantown. You host the 17th ranked Pitt Panthers, and we'll get to the game here in a moment, but it was unique in that the governor's in the ballpark. You stop the game after 2 innings, bring a table out. He literally sits down at the table and signs the legislation that's going to provide the funding for the new ballpark. I mean, that was a great moment.
Yeah, it really was. And dating this program back to when it started, I can't imagine there's ever been a bigger day in the history of West Virginia baseball than what we had last night. I mean, that'll really dictate the future of this program, and to have it happen in that atmosphere we had last night was just a special moment.
Yeah, we have to tip our cap to the crowd. Over 2,500 fans, which obliterated the previous Hawley Field attendance record. And I've been going to Hawley Field for years, for decades, and I saw fans last night in places where I've never seen them before. And they were into the game. It was very, very exciting.
Yeah, it really was. And I wish I had all their email addresses so I could thank each one of them personally, but that would take a while, fortunately. It was a great crowd. It was a great atmosphere. And while I was hitting infield, outfield before that game started, I was looking at our team and the way they move around and play with energy, and looking at the crowd and everybody wearing gold in the atmosphere. And I really believe that we've kind of arrived here in Big 12 baseball, so that was a special moment for me since I've been here.
The game itself, you fall behind 6-0, but the Mountaineers battled back, and that's kind of the identity this team has forged for itself. Unfortunately, you didn't win, but again, you battled back, 7-6 final, and I think it's something to be proud of, the fact that they didn't give in.
Yeah, they really didn't. You know, we've been talking all season with this team about how to overcome adversity and our travel schedule and being picked to finish last and doing all that. Then we go and sweep Kansas and have a great weekend at Texas. So we kind of had to flip-flop it on them and teach them how to handle success because we've been successful lately, and a lot of times when a team becomes successful like that, they relax a little bit right away and lose some bad games. And so we addressed that before the game, that you still need to keep grinding and keep fighting. And even though we didn't win the game, that was a character builder for us to come back from a 6-0 deficit against a top 20 team and almost win that game. So I feel as good about our team after that game as I did before.
Back into Big 12 conference play now. 3 games in Charleston this weekend against the conference leader. Oklahoma's ranked 10th in the country, and the best team on your schedule all season, this Oklahoma team?
I don't think there's any question about it. You know, they can really pitch, they can really hit, they can really play defense. So it's another one of those series where we have to be sharp in all 3 areas of baseball to try and win this series.
And I think everyone's looking forward to the possible showdown between Harrison Musgrave and Oklahoma's lead pipe cinch of a first-round pick, Jonathan Gray. Hopefully it'll happen. We'll see those 2 pitchers at some point this weekend.
Yeah, you know, and who knows when their guy's going to pitch. We don't know when Harrison's going to go just yet. So, but both of those guys are fun to watch. So if you're a fan of Big 12 baseball or baseball in general, this will be a really good weekend to come out and watch.
All right, Coach, good luck. We're looking forward to seeing you in Charleston.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
That's Mountaineer baseball coach Randy Mazey. West Virginia will play Oklahoma in Charleston Appalachian Power Park. Games Friday at 6:30, Saturday at 4 o'clock, Sunday at noon. All games on MSN Radio with the live video stream here at WVUSports.com. That's Around the Horn with WVU baseball coach Randy Mazey, presented by Coca-Cola.